What is going on, everybody? It's Alex back with another video, and today I want to talk about a little game called Killzone and why I believe that we may be getting some information about a new game coming out soon. So for those of you that are unaware, basically Killzone is a first-person shooter that is a Sony exclusive. Many people classify the Killzone franchise as basically the Halo of PlayStation. Although it's never been able to capture the popularity or really the numbers that Halo has, it always has been a very popular game within the PlayStation franchise. Although there have been 6 total Killzone games, the last one to be released was in 2013 with Killzone Shadowfall. This was actually a launch title for the PlayStation 4. With that game being widely regarded as kind of a step down from especially Killzone 3, it seems like the franchise has kind of been forgotten. Since then, Sony has been pouring money into developers to create these single-player experiences that honestly have been doing very well. They've been coming out with games like God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn, Spider-Man, all of these games that are only single player but are being very successful and kind of making PlayStation dominate the market. A lot of people believe that Killzone will never come back and it's a dead IP, but I genuinely believe that it will be coming back, and I actually think it's going to be coming out fairly soon. Although PlayStation is widely regarded and praised for having the better games this console generation compared to Xbox, there's absolutely no variety in these games whatsoever. Every single one of PlayStation's first-party games that really brings so much success is single-player story games. Although Xbox only has a few really strong AAA titles, they are somewhat spread out. For example, the main game that people think of when they hear Xbox first-party game is Halo. This is a first-person shooter. Then you move on to Forza. There are 2 different types of Forzas. There's more of the simulator game, which is Forza Motorsport, and then there's the arcade open-world racer, which is Forza Horizon. Now, certainly you can't ignore that PlayStation also has a car game known as Gran Turismo, but it's really just not at the same level of Forza and certainly does not have the market cap that Forza does. Then you can go all the way back on the Xbox side to a game like Gears of War, which is a completely different third-person shooter experience. There's no denying that PlayStation has more of these epic scale first-party games, but there's just a lot less variety than Xbox has. With Xbox having the variety, and since they've been buying up all of these studios trying to get more and more games out, PlayStation has publicly confirmed that they are trying to fill the voids in the variety of games that they're putting out. With shooters being so popular in this day and age, I find it very hard to believe they are not going to be bringing shooters to the consoles very soon. Now, they certainly could just start with a completely new IP and really have nothing to go off of, but I think they're going to be bringing back a fan favorite. To me, it seems like bringing back Killzone is the obvious choice. Now, over the past few years, there really hasn't been a whole lot of information coming out pointing in the direction that there could actually be a new Killzone, but it looks like that might have actually changed with a new job posting. Guerrilla Games, the studio behind Killzone and Horizon Zero Dawn, just put up a job listing for an unannounced game title. Although that may not seem to give you a lot of information, they are looking for someone who has expertise in systems like matchmaking, tournaments, clans, and leaderboards. I don't know about you, but this sounds an awful lot like a multiplayer shooter to me. On top of that, the listing actually links to server technology that was used in Killzone Shadowfall. So not only are the developers of Killzone hiring to work on a new game, they're also using aspects of an older Killzone game. So there is a what you will do part in this job listing that actually gives us some pretty cool information about what they're going to be making. The job listing claims that you will build a robust backend that can scale up to serve many concurrent players. So nothing special. We already know that this is going to be a multiplayer game, but it's going to have many concurrent players. Now, many could mean 8, it could mean 10, it could mean 100. We don't really know at this point, but it is going to be a multiplayer online game. As we mentioned before, you will be working on systems like matchmaking, tournaments, clans, and leaderboards. And also, you will integrate the game servers with the PlayStation Network. Since they only list off the PlayStation Network, I think it's pretty safe to assume that this is going to be a Sony exclusive. So it looks like we're getting a multiplayer Sony exclusive built by the game developers of Killzone. Yeah, I think we're getting a Killzone. So although this job listing is actually very new, there are some other leaks that have been around for a while. Earlier this year, it came out that it was rumored that Sony was working on a new Killzone game with a former Rainbow Six Siege multiplayer development team member, Chris Lee. With a game like Rainbow Six being such a solid and competitive game, I would really like someone working on that game to actually head over to Killzone and work on that game. I think that's definitely a recipe for success. Also, there's rumors that a new Killzone game is being developed on the Decima engine, which is the engine that was used for Horizon Zero Dawn and is currently being used on Death Stranding. So now comes the speculation part. Although I do think this game is coming soon, I definitely don't think it's coming right around the corner. I don't think it'll be a 2019 release. However, my guess is that it will be a launch title for the PlayStation 5, which is rumored to come out holiday season 2020. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you excited for potential Killzone, or do you think this game is actually dead for good? But thank you guys for checking out the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for the support. Peace out.
My mother wheel takes me all over the place, and wherever I go, I'm in lines and hearts. Don't need to climb stairs when I'm climbing these charts. Lilith, Roland, the other two dudes didn't come to my birthday party. Rude, but they all found time to go fight the warrior. Like, this would be like some